Soporte, puta clase. Ahora sé tu contraseña.
Te vas a mantener la manga de camisa con esa tapa de jugo.
Está hirviendo.
Ah,
Está hirviendo.
Cuando ya se
Hello, guys. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for being on time. So it's already 9:07, right? 9:07, and I think that I give you some time enough to join the session, okay? So please, right now, I will need you guys to turn on your cameras so I can start passing the attendance, okay? I will really appreciate that. First of all, I wanna remind you that the camera, it's not optional, it is mandatory. And also remember that in order to let you in to the Zoom session, you need to have your name and last name, right? Because otherwise I won't be let you in. I need to identify who you are, right? Because if you are somebody else, that will be, I mean, probably dangerous, okay? That is the main reason. Now, let me share my screen, please. I will suggest Jorge, Yael, Kevin Sanchez, Juan, Daniela, Ricardo, Franz Almache, Helen, Elizabeth Ramírez, Camila Santa Cruz, Paulette Castillo, Álvaro Lara, Helen Romo. Remember, guys, it's not only when I'm passing the attendance, it's during the class, not only when you're speaking, not during the class. So I think that I already told you that La Academia de Idiomas told us that if you are not turning on your camera, as professors, as teachers, we are allowed to take you out of the Zoom session, okay? So this is not personal issue. This is not me being annoying. This is me following rules, okay? That is it. Okay, this is the last call. Álvaro Lara, Franz Almache, Elizabeth Ramírez, Paulette Castillo, Daniela Vélez, Yael Vera, Jorge Isaac.
Buenos días. Yo le dejé un mensaje.
Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna start sharing my screen so I can pass the attendance, okay? Okay, so remember that you have many ways to let me know that you are there, okay? You can either say here, you can say hello, hi, good morning. That is up to you, okay? So let's start with Janela Acosta.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Janela. Thank you very much. Franz Almache.
Good morning.
Good morning, Frank. Thank you. Isabel Almeida.
Good morning.
Good morning, Isabel. Thank you. Mónica Añasco.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Mónica. Thank you. Judith Avilés.
Good morning.
Good morning, Judith. Thank you. Diana Cañizares. Diana Cañizares. Elías Castillo. Paulette Castillo.
Morning, Miss.
Good morning, Paulette. Thank you. Juan Cedeño.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Juan. Thank you. Kevin Cruz.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Kevin. Thank you. Nancy Cruz.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Nancy. Cristel Díaz.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Cristel. Thank you. Melanie Guarco.
Good morning.
Good morning, Melanie. Jorge Cara.
Good morning, Miss. Teacher, I have problems with the camera this weekend. I hope to fix it the next week. I hope you understand.
Okay, yeah, I actually mentioned that. So please try to fix that so you won't have any of these issues next weekend, okay? Thank you for letting me know, Jorge.
Thank you, Miss.
Álvaro Lara.
Present, Miss. Hello.
Okay, Álvaro, thank you. Okay, Jessica Lima. Okay, Jessica is, I think that she didn't, okay. Kenia Miño.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Kenia, thank you. Andrea Molina. Andrea Molina. Dayana Moreno.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Dayana, thank you. George Núñez. María de los Ángeles Parra.
Good morning, Miss.
Thank you, María de los Ángeles. Axel Quito. Axel Quito. Elizabeth Ramírez.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Thank you. Cristel Saldarriaga.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Cristel. Thank you. I'm sorry, this is not you. This is you. Okay. Byron Reyes. Helen Romo.
Good morning, teacher. Present.
Helen, thank you. Gianna Sanchez.
Good morning, present.
Good morning, Gianna. Thank you. Let's see who's Kevin Sanchez.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kevin. Thank you. Now, let's see. Camila Santa Cruz.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Camila. Thank you. Sandra Santin.
Good morning, teacher present.
Good morning, Sandra. Thank you. Ricardo Sobrevilla.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ricardo. Thank you. Kevin Solis. Kevin Solis. Scarlett Takuri.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Scarlett. Thank you. Omar Tomala. Good morning, Omar. Thank you. Daniela Vélez.
Good morning, teacher. Present.
Good morning, Daniela. Thank you. Let's see. Yael Vera.
Good morning, Miss here.
Good morning, Yael. Thank you. Marcela Villegas. Marcela Villegas. María Llagos.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, María. Thank you. Aldair Zambrano. Aldair Zambrano. Justin Zamora.
Good morning, Miss. Present.
Good morning, Justin. Please, your camera need to be on.
Okay. Miss, last class, if I was present, bueno, igual tuve que salirme también porque no me sentía bien,
Yes.
pero sí estaba presente.
Yeah, I saw your name, and actually I call your name many times, and you never reply. So that is why you don't have the attendance. I saw your name. I saw that you were over there, Justin, but I was Justin, not only one. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Do not worry. But for the next time, you can text me and let me know that something is going on, okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys. So just in case, let me do a roll call. So then Diana Cañizares, Elias Castillo, Jessica Lima, Andrea Molina, George Núñez, Axel Quito, Byron Reyes, Kevin Solís, Marcela Villegas, Aldair Zambrano. Remember, guys, that you have access to this master list, right? So if you want to check your attendance in any time, you can come to this link right here that you have it in your Moodle platform. It's the second one, master list, 3R. Right here, you are gonna be able to check your grades and also the percentage of your attendance. So if you go to the very end of this sheet right here, you are gonna find the percentage, right? Of course, this is really premature, right? We're only in the second week, the second day of class. So of course, if you haven't been right here, you're gonna have 0, right? And well, in this case, for example, you're gonna have 20, but you can increase this with the pass of the time. So this is only a way that you can take control and you can permanently see what is going on with your percentage, okay? That is the only thing. Now, let's start working, right? Because yesterday there were some content on Unit A that we didn't
Teacher,
cover. Yes, Daniela.
last night they sent a homework from email.
Okay. What kind of homework? Because I mean, I never.
De momento, déjeme revisar, porque anoche como a las 10 de la noche me llegó el correo del Mr. ¿Cómo se llama? Ay,
Arturo.
sí, decía
Ok.
que teníamos un deber hasta ayer las 11:59. Entonces, la verdad es que yo no sabía y usted no había dejado de ver.
No.
Entonces, Mr. Alfonso anoche.
Look, probably the thing that happened is that Alfonso is the one that set the muro, right? So he is like the name that it's going to appear whenever you have an alert. So it's not that Alfonso sent you that. It's the muro like giving you some kind of warning that there is like some kind of homework pending, right? So it's not Alfonso, it's the muro. But since I told you not only one, but two, I think that probably 3 times, no homework, you didn't do anything. You didn't, I mean, you were not supposed to do anything, okay? Only when I'm telling you, hey guys, there is this homework. So in that case, you will have to develop. Otherwise, you won't have to worry. Okay. So probably the thing that happened is that some of these activities, they are open because as I told you, today we are going to continue to cover this content. But I mean, the thing that happened, I think that was the Moodle telling you that there were some tasks pending, okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
You're welcome, Daniela. Now, let's see. We already developed all of this. Let me check, okay.
Mira,
Yes.
sí, un favorcito. Sí, a mí también tengo el mismo caso y es justamente esa que está ahí, dice grammar, SB, reorder the words to make question.
Ajá.
Sí,
Justamente.
la misma, y se cerraba a las 11:59 y créeme a mí que yo me asusté, yo dije, imposible, con la misma la hicimos, entonces yo igual la hice por si acaso, porque yo dije, bueno,
Yeah.
capaz no la hago y me quedo con 0.
No, I get it. And thank you for being responsible. I can see that this is the case with 10 of you guys. So I know. Thank you very much for being responsible. I'm going to tell you why I never told you to develop this activity. I'm going to tell you why. Because this is really in really bad shape. I'm going to tell you why. Look, you're supposed to reorder to make the questions, right? And right here, the order is already done, so you don't have to do anything, basically. That's why I skipped this activity. But it was my bad because I let the activity open. So whenever you have those kind of activities open, you are going to receive an alert. And that is why you got that message, right? Yo no les hice hacer esta actividad porque si se fijan, no hay nada que ordenar, ya están ordenadas aquí abajo, ¿no? Entonces yo dije, ¿cómo para qué? Vamos a perder el tiempo y me salté esa actividad. Y lo que no hice fue cerrarla, entonces sí fue culpa mía dejarla abierta porque el Moodle regularmente les va a avisar. Y como el Moodle lo setea, lo configura Alfonso, por eso es que les va a llegar Alfonso, más o menos le está diciendo que está esta tarea pendiente. Esa es la razón. But I appreciate your effort and I can tell that you're being responsible right here, okay? But I hope that that is clear and I'm gonna try that this situation won't happen again, okay? So thank you for letting me know because really that was my bad, okay? Okay, now let's continue with some of the other activities, right? Let me check, I have some. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you that in each unit, we have 3 sections, right? Basically, we have already covered some of the grammar section, word ordering questions. Also, we check some vocabulary, common verbs, phrases, right? And we also have to do some spelling and numbers. And we are already going into that point. But also we need to cover pronunciation, okay? So those are the topics that are still pending. So we are gonna cover that right now, okay? Now, we are gonna go into this activity right here. 1WB. WB stands for workbook, right? So whenever you see WB, is workbook. Whenever you see SB, is a student book, okay? So we have one workbook. Choose the letter with a different vowel sound, okay? We're gonna go into that, but let me check. Okay, this is the one. So as usual, you're gonna have 2 attempts and the time limit is 25 minutes. So let me tell you what's the deal with this, okay? Because sometimes whenever we have pronunciation activities, they are kind of tricky, they are kind of confusing. So this is the thing. You are gonna find this audio right here. So basically, they are gonna, in this audio, you're gonna hear the pronunciation of each of these words, right? So you have train, that the main pronunciation right here is EI, train, right? So what you have to do is choose the letter that it doesn't sound the same. So you have train, K, E, A. Which one doesn't sound as train? We have train. That is the main word, right? Train. That is a word that we have to take as an example. Train. And then we have K, E, A. Which one of these 3 words doesn't have the same sound?
A.
A.
Look, train.
E.
Correct, because I'm saying, remember, train, that is the sound. K, E, A, right? The pronunciation of this is E. Remember, E. So A, it sounds like train. K, E, I mean, sounds totally different. So in this case, that is gonna be the answer, okay? Let's hear the audio and then you are gonna try to solve this, okay? Let's hear it.
File 1A. Pronunciation B. 1. Train. A. K. E. 2. Train. A. H. P. J. 3. Tree. E. G. V. R. 4. Tree. E. M. C. D. 5. Egg. E. N. B. F. 6. Egg. E. X. S. K. 7. Boot. U. Q. I. U.
Okay, so right now, let's see. We have once again train, right? Train like choo-choo, correct? So we have train, and the options are H, P, J. Once again, listen carefully. Train is the model, right? The example, train. Then we have H, P, J. Which one of these ones is a different sound?
P.
Correct, P. Let's see the next one. We have 3. Remember that 3 is like the plant, and 3, it's the number. Okay, so we have 3. And the options are B, R, G. Once again, 3,
B.
P, R, G. Which one of this is, it has a different
R.
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 Totally different, right? Correct. Let's see number 4. Once again, it's 3. The options are C, D, M.
M.
Correct. Sounds different, right? Let's see the next one. Egg, N, F, B. B, correct. In order to do this kind of exercises, you have to do what I'm doing, right? You have to pronounce it. It doesn't work if you do it right here. You have to pronounce it, because in that way, you have to speak up. In that way, you are gonna see that there is a difference, okay? So then we have egg, once again, S, K, X, K, correct. And finally, we have boot, right? As you can see, we have 2 O's, double O, but the pronunciation goes with an U. Boot, U, Q, I. Correct. I is the one. Okay. Amazing thing, guys. Now, there is something that usually happens with English learning. Sometimes they have a hard time to spell the words, to spell the letters, okay? And that is totally fine, because I know that sometimes English can be a little tricky, but believe me, you need to understand that that is necessary. And actually, let me check, because I think that there is alphabet. Remember, yeah, this one. This is a really good picture of how to actually pronounce each of those letters of the alphabet. Because believe me, there is tons of problems and issues whenever you want to know how to pronounce A, for example. And sometimes people get confused con I, right? So let me download this, and I'm gonna add it right here, okay? This is only a friendly reminder, right? Camera on during classes, otherwise you won't get attendance, and name and last name on your Zoom user. So let me add this picture right here, because I think that it's a good one, right? But believe me that it won't matter that it's a good picture if you don't practice. You need to practice this. A good way to practice this is to start spelling anything that you have around you, right? I remember that when I was trying to do that, when I was trying to get better with pronunciation, what I did is that everything that I see, I try to spell it. For example, I have, let's see, I have this notebook, right? Or let's see, I have some homework. So I go, okay, HOMEWORK. And I start with anything around me to spell that, not in front of Miss Andrea. You can do, you can do that like by yourself, okay? But that is a good way to get better, okay? In that moment, in this moment, you have this picture as a reference right here. So you can use this if you want to get better, if you want to practice, okay? Now, let's continue with the next exercise, that it's also about pronunciation, but in this case, it's related to stress syllables. Remember that I told you, in English, we don't have tildes, right? But we have a stress. That stress is that the one that it's gonna tell me where is the strong syllable, right? So I know that, for example, instead of saying address, I say address, because I know that the stress syllable go in the second syllable, okay? So let's check this so you can have a better idea of what I'm talking right now. Once again, you have 2 attempts and you also have 25 minutes. So right here, it's gonna be kind of similar. You're gonna find an audio, and basically you will have to decide which one is the stress syllable. So you are gonna hear, you're gonna play this, you're gonna listen to this, and you are gonna decide. For example, in the first word, you have instrument, and you have to decide if the stress goes in or instrument, okay? Same thing with the remaining words, okay? So let's have 3 minutes to do this, and after that, we check your answers, okay?
Miss, excuse me. The activities have not been activated. Reorder the words to look at the sound picture. What are the words and vowel sounds?
Okay, what's your question, Yael?
And no, not the have been activated.
Activated, they are no activated?
Not activated.
Okay, but the one that we are, okay, the ones that we are doing are these two right here. We already did this. And this is still open because says that it's gonna be closed on Sunday, October 22nd at almost 12, right? And the next one, that is the one that we are doing right now, it's open as well. So I don't know if you are probably referring to this one, but I already told your classmate what was the deal with this. This is already closed, but I never told you to develop this. This was not an assignment, okay? So are you still having any issues, Yael? You want me to help with something else? Sandra, you want to tell me something?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Do you want to tell me something, Sandra?
Sí, teacher.
Okay, or you,
Yes.
you
Yes.
want to
Yes,
tell me something or you want to participate?
participate.
Ah, okay, great. Okay, give me a second, okay? Let me go. But, Yael, ¿me podrías decir nuevamente qué te estaba sucediendo, por favor?
Así es que no se me han activado las actividades de reorder the words to y la de look at the sound picture. What are the words and vowel sounds?
Ok, esta de reorder lo dije hace un momento que lo comentó Daniela y también lo comentó Nancy. Les dije que esta actividad no había que hacerla, ¿verdad? Y ya se cerró por eso. Ya, la de vowel, no sé si sea esta a la que te refieres.
Es donde salen, es donde salen unas figuras. Look at the sound picture. What are the words and vowel sounds?
Ya, también está cerrada. Yo no, lo que no les estoy haciendo abrir, simplemente quedó ahí. O sea, por eso no les estoy haciendo abrir. Son actividades que no las veo que tienen algo que pueden ayudarnos. Las de acá están mejor, entonces por eso ni esa ni la de allá les he habilitado, ¿ok?
Gracias, Miss.
Okay, you're welcome. Now, let's see, okay? Sandra, I'm gonna play the audio, right? So it can be clear what's the stress syllable of the first word, okay? Let's hear it.
File 1A. Pronunciation D. 1.
Instrument.
Okay, Sandra, according to you, what's the right choice?
In.
Correct, right? Because we're saying instrument. We're not saying instrument, okay? So that is the thing that goes with the stress syllable. It works like a tilde, right? But once again, in English, we don't have tildes. We have a stress, right? So thank you very much, Sandra, for your participation. Let's see the next one. Helen, this one goes for you. I'm gonna play once again the audio, and then you're gonna tell me the answer.
2. Program.
Okay, what's the right option right here, Helen?
Pro.
Correct. We're saying program. We're not saying program, right? So amazing job. Helen, thank you very much. Let's go with the next one, Elizabeth Ramirez. Same thing. I'm gonna play the audio and then you are gonna tell me the answer.
3. 13.
Okay, what's the right answer, Elizabeth?
Clear.
Which one?
Clear.
Third? Okay, let's hear it once again, okay?
Program. 3. 13.
Okay, listen. 13. So where are you listening the stress? I am saying 13 or 13?
10.
Correct. It's in the teen. And right here, we're about to see something about the numbers, but let me tell you something, okay? Right here, you have some numbers that, once again, we are about to cover this. And you are gonna see that, for example, let's see, let me close this. You have 13 and you have 30, right? They have similar sound. Bad thing is that these ones right here, the one that have this ending, T-E-E-N, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, the stressed syllable goes in the teen, in the last syllable. It's different with this one right here, because in this one, the stressed syllables goes in the first one. We say 30, 70, 60, 50, 40, right? And I know that they sound similar, but remember that, okay? Whenever you see the ending teen, the stress goes in the teen. 13, but in this case, goes in the first syllable. 30, okay? So knowing this, let's go with the next one. Let me check your hands. Okay, we have Maria Llagos. So you're gonna go with number 4, Maria. Let me play the audio and then you're gonna tell me the answer.
4. 30.
Okay, so what's the answer, Maria?
12.
I'm sorry? Maria, can you repeat your answer?
12.
Third, yes, correct. Remember, once again, the difference when you see the teen is that the stress goes 13. In this case, goes the stress on the very first syllable. 30. Okay, let's hear it once again.
Program.
Now,
3. 13.
13.
4. 30.
30.
5.
Okay, so let's hear the next one. Let me see. There we go. Maria Parra. Let's go with number 5. Okay, I'm gonna play the audio.
5. University.
This is a tricky one. So, Maria, which one do you think it is?
Ver.
Yes, correct. University. That is the correct one. University. Correct. Great job, Maria. Thank you very much. Now we have number 6, Mónica Añasco. Let me play the audio, okay?
6. Weekend.
Okay, which one is right here, Mónica?
Week.
Let's hear once again, okay? This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one.
6. Weekend.
Can.
Yeah, can you notice that, I mean, she's pronouncing week in a strong way. but she's pronouncing the N stronger, right? We can, right? So that is why that is the correct one. Let me check. Okay. So we have N. Okay, let's continue with the next one. Great job, Monica. Thank you very much. Let's see. Diana, number 7 goes for you. Okay, let's listen.
7. Magazine.
Okay. Yes, correct. Sin, magazine. Correct. Great job, Diana. Now, let's continue with Jael, number 8.
8. Sister.
Which one is it, Jael?
Sis.
Correct. Sister. Amazing. Thank you very much, Jael. Cristel, let's go with number 9. Let me play the audio.
9. Language.
Which one is it? Land, correct. Language, right? Language. Amazing. That was a tricky one. So great catch. Great job, Jael. I'm sorry, Cristel. And finally, I already told you this one because I use this word as an example. Okay, so let's go with Kenya, number 10.
10. Address.
Kenya?
Dress.
Correct, dress. And this is usually a word that people make mistakes. You are gonna hear a lot that people say address, but it's not address, it's address. And I always recommend my students, if you want to remember how to pronounce this word, remember the pronunciation of the name Andres, right? Similar to this, address, Andres, right? The stress goes in the second syllable, okay? Great job, guys. Thank you very much. Now, we are gonna continue with some of the vocabulary that, remember, I was telling you about a spelling, right? So the next activity that we are supposed to cover is this one right here. A student book, listen and write 6 first names, right? Let's see. So this is about listening and try to catch and spelling correctly the names that you are about to hear. Same thing, 2 attempts, 25 minutes. So this is a tricky one, so let's take it easy, okay? Do not stress, don't worry. We are gonna do this we're gonna do this together, okay? So let's listen the audio. You're about to listen 6 different names, okay? So you are gonna try to write them correctly, spell them correctly. Okay, so let's listen first, and then we're gonna try to identify the names, okay? My recommendation for this type of activities is that, first of all, you listen to the audio 1 time, okay? Once, only once, without trying to get any of the names. Only listen, and then in the second time, then you are gonna try to catch the answers, okay? So right now, just focus on the audio, okay? Let's listen.
1.7. 1.
What's your name?
George.
How do you spell it?
George.
2.
What's your name?
Celia.
That's a pretty name. How do you spell it?
Celia.
3.
What's your name?
Wayne Roberts.
How do you spell your first name?
Wayne.
4.
What's your name?
Katie.
Is that Katy?
No, it's Katie.
5.
What's your name?
Hannah.
Sorry, Hannah or Anna?
Hannah, with an H. Hannah.
6.
What's your name?
Christopher.
How do you spell it?
CHRISTOPHER.
Okay, so as you already listened to the audio, they are telling you 1, 2, right? And in all of them, they are spelling the name, right? Because, you know, with names, sometimes probably you can find an Andrea that instead of writing it as I'm writing my name, they are going to spell it with H. I mean, who knows? With the names, you never know, right? So that is why a good way to tell people, hey, I mean, your name is Marta. Okay, how do you spell it? Right? How do you spell it? ¿Cómo lo deletreas? That is a good way to know how to properly write a name. Okay, so let's hear it once again. And if you have the answer, please raise your hand. Okay, let's hear number 1.
1.7. 1.
What's your name?
George.
How do you spell it?
GEORGE.
Okay, I do have 2 hands. So, Melanie, what's the first name?
George.
George. And how do you spell it?
G-E.
Correct. Great pronunciation and great spelling. Great thing. Thank you very much, Melanie. Now, let's hear the next one, okay? This one goes for you, Kenya.
2.
What's your name?
Celia.
That's a pretty name. How do you spell it?
CELIA.
Okay, so Kenya, what's the second name?
Celia.
Celia, correct. How do you spell it?
CELIA.
Correct. Celia, like Celia, right. This Celia is a way to pronounce it in English. In Spanish, we said Celia, right? Like Celia Cruz, right? But that is the correct way. Great job, Melanie. Thank you. I'm sorry, Kenya. Thank you very much. Let's continue with the next one. I have Camila. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna play the app, okay?
3.
What's your name?
Wayne Roberts.
How do you spell your first name?
WAYNE.
Okay, Camila, in this case, we have a name and a last name. What's the answer right here?
Wayne.
Wayne, how do you spell that?
WAYNE.
Correct. And what's the last name? Were you able to catch that?
Robert.
Correct, Roberts. So in the audio, we don't have the spelling of Roberts, but usually the last name Roberts is spelling like this, okay? So Wayne Roberts. Remember, guys, since we're talking about names, do not forget the capital letters, right? Do not forget that. That is quite important. So thank you very much. Now, let's continue with...
Miss, I have a question.
Oh, yes, tell me.
In this case, we have to put Robert.
Yes, you have to add Wayne and Robert.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. Okay, so let's continue with number 4. Cristel, this one goes for you, okay? Let's listen.
4.
What's your name?
Katie.
Is that K-A-T-Y?
No, it's Katie.
Okay, so Cristel, what's name number 4?
Katie.
Katie, how do you spell that?
Katie.
Correct. At the very beginning, this other guy is saying, it's Katie, like Katy. And she says, no, it's Katie, right? So that is why Cristel's answer is correct. Great catch, Cristel. Thank you very much. Now, let's continue with number 5. Helen Romo, this one goes for you. Let's listen.
5.
What's your name?
Hannah.
Sorry, Hannah or Anna?
Hannah, with an H. H-A-N-N-A-H.
Okay, so Helen, what's name number 5?
Hannah.
Okay, how do you spell it?
H-A-N-N-A-H.
Correct. Great job, Helen. So I don't know if you guys heard that Helen says double N. So in English, whenever we have 2 letters, right, that they are repeating, we can either say N, but the efficient way and like a more professional way to say it is double N, double R, double T, okay? That is a good way to say it. Great job, Helen, great catch. And finally, we have the last one, number 6. This one goes for Juan Cedeño. Let's listen the audio.
6.
What's your name?
Christopher.
How do you spell it?
C-H-R-I-S-T-O-P-H-E-R.
Okay, so Juan, what's the name?
Christopher.
Christopher, and how do you spell that?
C-H-R-I-S-T-O-P-H-E-R.
Correct. Great job. Thank you very much, Juan, and great spelling. You did it correctly and with a good speed. So amazing job. Thank you very much, Juan. So let's hit finish attempt. And right now we are gonna go with another activity that is usually the favorite of the students. In this case, we are going to go with numbers, okay? So this is also a listening activity. Remember, we always have to work in all of the skills that we have to develop. Listening, reading, speaking, and also the use of grammar and vocabulary, okay? So let's go with the next one. So same thing, we're gonna have 2 attempts and 25 minutes. I can see that some of you already developed the activity. So please, guys, don't start the activity if I'm not telling you to start the activity, okay? Please. Now, right here, you are gonna, same thing, you're gonna listen to the audio and they're gonna be in different situations, okay? So in those situations, they are gonna mention a gate. In the second situation, they are gonna mention a number of miles. On the third situation, in the audio, they are gonna mention a phone number. In the situation number 4, they are gonna mention the population of a country. And in situation number 5, they are gonna mention price. Because as you can see right here, you have a currency, okay? So let's once again just listen to the audio, and then we are gonna try to catch the answers, okay? Just listen the audio right now.
1.8. 1.
Passengers on the British Airways flight to Barbados, please go to gate number 40, where this flight is ready to board.
2.
How far is it from London to Manchester?
I'm not sure. Let's Google it. Ah, it says here 181 miles. 3. Hello?
It's Ben. I'm at the station. Do you have Nicola's mobile number?
Yes. Just a moment.
Okay.
It's 0792 9618 847.
0792 9618 847.
That's right. 4.
Where do you live in Ireland?
I live in a village near Dublin.
How big is it?
It's quite small. The population is only about 2,500 people.
5.
Can I have 2 Cokes and a mineral water, please?
2 Cokes?
Yes, and a mineral water. How much is that?
£6.15.
Sorry, 50 or 15?
15. £6.15.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes, okay? Because they are like kind of complex numbers. So you can hear the audio by yourself, and then we are gonna do the same thing. I already have Jael's hand. So Jael, you gotta go first with, okay, I already have hands. That is a good thing. So let's go with Jael. Jael, I'm gonna play the audio once again. So you're gonna tell me the number of the gates, okay?
1.8. 1.
Passengers on the British Airways flight to Barbados, please go to gate number 40, where this flight is ready to board.
Okay, so Jael, what's the number that you are hearing? 40 like this or 40 like this? Number 40 or 14?
0.
Yes, correct. Because in the audio we're hearing 40, right? Remember that the stress matters. If probably she will say 14, okay, in that case will be like that, right? But great catch. Amazing job, Jael. Thank you very much. Now, let's continue with number 2. Camila Santa Cruz. Let's listen.
2.
How far is it from London to Manchester?
I'm not sure. Let's Google it. Ah, it says here 181 miles.
Okay, so Camila, what's the number?
191.
Correct. 181 miles. Amazing job. Thank you very much, Camila. Now, let's continue with number 3. This is the telephone number. We're gonna go with Isabel. Let's hear it.
3. Hello?
It's Ben. I'm at the station. Do you have Nicola's mobile number?
Yes. Just a moment.
Okay.
It's 0792 9618 847.
0792 9618 847.
That's right. 4.
Okay, so Isabel, what's the telephone number that you are hearing?
0792 9618 847.
Correct, great catch. So I don't know if you guys notice that Isabel says O and no 0, right? But let
Le
me,
iba a preguntar, estaba confuso, no lo entendía.
you already know this, Kevin, because I remember that in the past semester, in the past course,
Sí,
I
pero no me
already told you
acordaba.
that. Yeah, so you are not listening. You are not listening to me. So that is your bad. It's not my mistake. I already told you this. I remember. I clearly remember that I mentioned this. Okay, so the thing that Kevin is saying that, okay, I was confused because I was not getting the first number is because in the audio, we are not hearing 0. We are hearing O, right? Let me make this smaller because it's way too big, and I'm gonna go right here, okay? So in English, you can either say this number as 0, or you can either say O, like the letter O, like the vowel O, okay? So I'm gonna tell you something. In most of the time, people are gonna use this. 0, yes, sometimes it's used, but the most common use is this one right here, O. For example, if I'm telling you my cell phone number, I'm gonna tell you that my cell phone number is 099-70-55-409. That is my cell phone number, right? Usually whenever you go with numbers, cell phone numbers, also with emails, you are gonna hear the letter O, the vowel O, instead of saying 0, okay? And this is something that I have been telling you guys in level 1, in level 2, and right now I'm repeating it, okay? So just try to write it down and try to memorize that, okay? Now, another thing that I always mention in this point is that, for example, this is my Gmail account, right? So I'm gonna ask you, because I know that some of you probably are aware of this. How do you say this? Because in Spanish it's arroba, but in English it's different. So how do you pronounce this? Right now, I know that you guys are now listening to me. That is, yes, correct. That was Nancy, right?
Yes.
Yes. The right with Nancy is the only one I think that usually listening to me. But the right pronunciation of this in Spanish is arroba, right? We say anrodriguez55@gmail.com, right? But in English, we don't say arroba, we say at, like this. Like whenever we say at the moment, right? The same at, the same pronunciation is this one right here, at. And how do we say this? Because correct, yes, now you're listening to me. Dot, right? We don't say point. We don't say gmail.com. No, we say dot. Okay, remember that. So if somebody asks me, hey, miss, what's your Gmail account? Okay, it's Ann Rodriguez. Well, probably I will have to spell this because we have double N, right? It's ANNRODRIGZ 55@gmail.com. Okay, at gmail.com. Remember that, okay? That is gonna help you, because if you ever have the chance to go to any country that they speak English, I remember that I have some experience on this. I had the chance to go to United States when I was like probably 16 years old, right? And I was kind of fluent in English, but that was the first time that I was about to speak with like native people, like people that actually have the English as the first language, right? So I remember that in that time when I was paying at the cashier, they told me, okay, can you please give me your email account? And I was, yes. Well, in that moment, I was 16 years old, right? I was 16 years old. So I was tiny, I was immature. My email address in that situation, what this one right here. That was my email account in that moment, right? I'm gonna tell you why. I was a really huge fan of Nickelodeon, right? And I remember that they have like a program or something that says Alocados. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go with Andreita Alocados at @hotmail.com, right? So I remember when I was in the cashier, they asked me, right? Okay, can you please tell me your email? And I was like, yes, Andreita_alocados @hotmail.com. And she was like, what? So I think that in that time, I don't know if we already have Google. Probably we did, but I don't think that I have like a cell phone with me. Or I mean, that was kind of tricky. So I have to write the email address, right? And she told me, so hyphen, okay, dot. That was what you was telling. So this is some expressions that people that have English as the first language, they are gonna use, okay? So it's important that we have that clear, okay? Hope that help you. Now, let's see if we still have some time. Yes. So I cannot go with another topic, but right now let's focus on this topic once again. So we have number 4, and I don't know if you want to go again, Sandra?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Okay, so let's go with the population.
Where do you live in Ireland?
I live in a village near Dublin.
How big is it?
It's quite small. The population is only about 2,500 people.
Okay, so what's the population, Sandra?
2,500 people.
Correct, 2,500 people, like this. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Great job, Sandra. And we have the last one. So I'm gonna play it, and if you guys want to tell me the answer, feel free to do it, okay? So remember that right here we have currency, we have money, we're talking about pounds, right? Justin.
Sí, en caso de que no salga bien en la parte del number 4 population, la coma puede ser coma o punto, porque hasta por eso a veces sale error.
Yes, you're right about that. So in this case, it's gonna be a comma. But remember that if probably you got it incorrect in the first one, you have 2 attempts. So you can redo the activity. Yes.
Es punto.
It's a dot. We need to use a dot.
Fine. It's fine.
It's fine, right?
Fine.
Okay. So now remember this one right here, we're talking about pounds, right? Pounds is the currency in England, right? They don't have dollars, they don't have euros, they have pounds. So that is the currency that we are about to hear in this part. Okay, so let's listen.
5.
Can I have 2 Cokes and a mineral water, please?
2 Cokes.
I don't know if you guys were able to get, because she's like speaking really fast, but she said, can I please have 2 Cokes and a mineral water, right? That is what she's asking for. And then she's gonna get the price of those 2 Cokes and the mineral water.
Cokes?
Yes, and a mineral water. How much is that?
£6.15.
Sorry, 50 or 15?
15. £6.15.
Okay, so what's the quantity or the price that you are hearing, guys? Anybody?
15.
15.
Yes, 6 pounds and 15, right? 6 pound 15. It's like whenever I want to talk about dollars, right? You're gonna say $2.15, right? We said, first of all, the bigger quantity, and then we have the cents. So same thing right here. This bartender, probably this guy is saying 6 pounds and 15, okay? So let's see if we got the answers right. Yes, it was comma. So right here, if you got all of the numbers together, that is fine as well. But usually, whenever you got the numbers in British, right? In England, you are gonna have 4 numbers, and 3 numbers. That is the proper way to write the numbers right there in England. So that is why the setup is like this. So if probably you didn't get this one correct, go ahead and do it again so you can get your points, okay? Now, let's see the next activity. It's also related with numbers, okay? We have 2 activities left in this first unit, and the next one, this is not a listening activity. It's only an activity. Oh, this is, just give me a second because this is already closed.
Disculpe, una pregunta.
Yes.
Yo he entrado hace poco, pero la pregunta es que no entendí por qué, o sea, ¿cuál es la diferencia que le ponga en los números una coma y en el otro un punto?
Hi, George, welcome. Well, I explained that yesterday. What I can do, I'm gonna tell you right now briefly, but I can share the video of yesterday's class so you can catch up with us, that you can understand all the things that I already told, okay? But basically is this. I'm gonna tell you this in a really detailed way. Let me check, just give me a second. So right here we have some configurations, right? So for example, Alfonso, that is our infopedagogo, he's the one that sets these answers. So right here, you have the correct answers. So the correct answers right here, he's given up 2 options, right? That it can be this one with comma or this one without a comma. So if you, for example, add the same quantity but with a dot, of course, it's not gonna be the correct one because this is the only 2 possible options. So right here, as you can see, Alfonso add 2 different options with a space and without any space between the numbers, okay? So, got it, George?
Sí, gracias.
Okay. So, George, I know that this is your first class, but my suggestion is that you can check the video of yesterday's class because since it was the first class, I gave really important information. And if you are not aware of that, you're gonna be kind of lost, okay? So what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to share the video right now, the link of the video, so you can watch it after the class and you can get familiar with all of the content that I have been telling, okay? If you allow me a second, let me go right here. So usually the videos are gonna be right here in the Moodle, but right now I have them, the videos right here because I'm sharing this with Alfonso, and Alfonso have to download this and put it up on YouTube, right? So whenever he's gonna be able to do that, he's gonna set the videos right here in the Moodle platform. But meanwhile, I can share the videos with you because I have them right here. Okay, there you have yesterday's video. So if any of you want to double check it, of course, not right now, but after the class, feel free to do it. Okay, let's go with the next activity. Okay, now you're gonna be able to see it. And this one right here, it's only continues the series, right? So for example, if you have 9, 10, of course, it's gonna be 11, 12, right? Right here you have 15, 16, and you have 2 gaps. So you have to decide which ones are the numbers that they are supposed to continue the series. Same thing with the rest of the gaps, okay? So let's have 3 minutes to do this. And after that, you're gonna tell me your answers, okay? 3 minutes. Okay, guys. So let's go with your answers about continuing the series, right? So let's see, Camila Santa Cruz. So can you please read the whole series? Like the first number, the second, and then the two numbers that you are supposed to complete.
15, 16, 17, and 18.
Correct. Great job. 17, remember, we have 17, and finally we have 18. 18. There we go. Thank you very much, Camila. No, this is incorrect. There we go. Now we're fine. Now, let's continue with number 3, Kenia Miño.
60, 70, 80, and 90.
Correct. 80 and 90. Amazing. Thank you very much, Kenia. Let's continue with the next one, number 4. So we have Elizabeth Ramirez.
19, 99, 18, 8.
Okay, so look, we have 98, then we have 99. So which one do you think is the following one?
100.
Correct. It will be 100, right? And what about right here?
101.
Correct. So it will be 100. And then we will have 101. Correct. Now, Elizabeth, let's go with you this next one, okay? So we have in this case 600, 700. So which one do you think is the next one?
800.
Correct. It will be 800. And what about the next one?
900.
Correct. 900. Amazing. Then we have number 6, Gianna. What about the next one? Can you please read the whole series?
350, 400, and 350, 500.
Okay, so we have this one, right? We have 350, right? Like this, 350. Then we have 500,
Yes.
right? So the next one probably have to be 100 plus 50, right? So if we have 350, 500, probably the next one have to be 550, right?
Yes.
Yes, and well, probably the next one have to be, which one do you think it is?
100.
Yes, 500, right?
500.
Correct. So let's see. We have 450. Correct. And 50. Yes, and then
500.
correct. 500. Right, so the first one, they were easy ones, right? But then you have to try to analyze. That is why we have continued the series, right? Yo no sé si ustedes en algún momento, cuando hayan tenido alguna entrevista de trabajo, en español, pues, ¿no? Les ponen a veces continúen la serie y es una que hay que sumar 7. Es horrible, porque yo salgo hasta con dolor de cabeza de eso. But something similar is this activity right here. Okay, so thank you very much, Yana. Now, let's continue with the next one. So right here, we are going to go with Juan. So Juan, how do you think it's the series right here?
1,000, 3,000, 5,000, 7,000.
Correct. 5,000, 1,000, and 7,000. thousand. So in this case, the series goes like this. Okay, let me be clear so we can have a better understanding on why we are adding these answers, right? Because we haven't 1,000, then we have 3,000, 5,000, and 7,000. So it's gonna be like adding 2,000s, right? So that is why that is the correct series. And then we have the last one. We have Nancy, number 8, please.
10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000.
Correct. 30,000. And then one we are gonna have 40,000. Amazing. So in this case, the series goes like this. 10,000. Let me check once again. Yes. 20,000, 30,000, and 4,000. Okay, so that is why that is Nancy's answer, and that is correct. Okay, great job, guys. Thank you very much. Now, I wanna show you something that I add right here. And this is not part of the book, but I added just in case that you want to know about the punctuation marks, right? So usually in English, of course, they are not gonna be the same content, the same name as in Spanish, just for a few exceptions. But you have the comma, that it's the same in Spanish, but the thing is that we have double M, right? The apostrophe, that is the one that we usually use in the contractions, right? Hyphen, it's the one that goes in the middle, not the ones that goes right here, right? This one is hyphen, the ones that goes in the middle, guión. Okay, then you have ellipses, that it's punto seguido, right? I'm sorry, puntos suspensivos. This one that it's full stop or period, punto, but not the same as this one, right? I mean, you can say a period right here, you can say also full stop, but whenever we talk about emails, we say dot. Okay, dot. Do not forget that. I'm gonna add right here. Okay. Then you also have the exclamation mark, the question mark, parentheses, brackets, colon, dos puntos, semicolon, punto y coma, slash, quotation marks, and dash. Dash is usually the one that goes like this, right? So right here you have it. If you want to check it, just in case, I already added to your class notes. Now, let's go with the last activity of this unit. And this is also related with listening, okay? And in this case, you will have to be really attentive because it's about true or false. And sometimes this kind of activity, they have tricky content. So you have to be really attentive, really aware of what they are being said in the audio. Okay, let's listen. Let's see first of all. So my recommendation in this kind of activities is the following one, okay? First of all, go read the answers, okay? Before you listen to the audio, read the possible answer. So you have, Sandra likes dance music. Sandra plays tennis. Sandra is a nurse. Sandra didn't go to the Muse concert. Muse is a band, okay? Ben plays football. Ben is a doctor. Okay, so those are the options. Now, second step, listen to the audio without do any of the questions. Only listen to the audio. Let's listen, okay?
File 1A. Listening.
Okay, before we go into the audio, do not worry if probably the order of your sentences is different. Probably, I don't know, Byron could have this first sentence right here, and this sentence can be the first one. So do not worry about that, okay? It's the same content, it's the same audio.
Great party.
Yes, it is.
Sorry. Hi, my name's Ben.
I'm Sandra.
What do you do, Sandra?
I'm a nurse. How about you?
Me? Oh, I'm a student.
A student? Really? What university do you go to?
Manchester. I go to Manchester University. I'm in my second year of medicine.
Do you like it?
Yes, I do. I like it very much. What do you think of the music, Sandra? Do you like it?
No, not really.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I like rock music.
Do you? Who's your favourite band?
Muse. I really like Muse.
Me too. Did you go to the concert last month?
No, I didn't. Was it good?
Yes, it was excellent. I'm sorry you missed it. Do you do any sport or exercise, Sandra?
Yes, I play tennis.
Ah, nice. I play rugby. I'm in the university team.
Are you?
Yes, I am. But I play tennis too. Perhaps we can play together one day.
Maybe, but I usually play with my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend?
Yes, here he is. Wayne, this is Ben. Ben, Wayne.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi. Look at the time. Must go. Some friends are waiting for me. Bye, Sandra.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So if you probably have the answers, you can raise your hand, right? If you want, okay, I do have some volunteers, amazing. So we're gonna do the exact same thing, okay? I'm gonna play part of the audio, and then you're gonna tell me if those statements that you see right there are true or false, okay? Let's listen, okay? And then we go with you, Melanie.
File 1A. Listening.
Great party.
Yes, it is.
Sorry. Hi, my name's Ben.
I'm Sandra.
What do you do, Sandra?
I'm a nurse. How about you?
Me? Oh, I'm a student.
A student? Really? What do you know?
Okay, so in this first part of the audio, Melanie, we have this part right here. My question for you, Melanie, is Sandra a nurse? True or false?
Yes, it's true.
It's true, right? Correct. Great job, Melanie. Thank you very much. Let's continue with the next one, okay?
How about you?
Me? Oh, I'm a student.
A student? Really? What university do you go to?
Manchester. I go to Manchester University. I'm in my second year of medicine.
Do you like it?
Yes, I do. I like it very much.
Okay, so Jael, in this second part of the audio, we have this part, right? This sentence. My question is, Ben is a doctor, true or false?
False, he's a student.
Correct, he's a student. Amazing, great job, Jael. So let's continue.
What do you think of the music, Sandra? Do you like it?
No, not really.
What kind?
Okay, so Monica, right here, Sandra likes the music, true or false?
False.
Correct, false. She said she doesn't like the music, right? Great job, Monica. So let's hear the next part.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I like rock music.
Do you? Who's your favourite band?
Muse. I really like Muse.
Me too. Did you go to the concert last month?
No, I didn't. Was it good?
Yes, it was excellent. I'm sorry you missed it.
Okay, so Juan, Sandra didn't go to the Muse concert, true or false?
True.
True, correct. She said she missed the concert, right? So right here, we have Sandra didn't go to the Muse concert. That is why this is true. If we will have the sentence, Sandra goes to the, Sandra went to the music concert, that will be false, right? But right here, we already have the negative one, okay? Great job, Juan. So let's continue.
Do you do any sport or exercise, Sandra?
Yes, I play tennis.
Ah, nice.
Okay, Camila, so Sandra plays tennis, true or false?
True.
True, right? She said, yes, I play tennis. Correct. Great job, Camila. Now let's continue with the last. I think that we already have only one.
Play rugby. I'm in the university team.
Are you?
Yes, I am. But I play tennis too. I play rugby. I'm in the university team.
Are you?
Yes, I am. But I play tennis too. Perhaps we can play together one day.
Maybe, but I usually play with my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend?
Yes, here he is. Wayne, this is Ben. Ben, Wayne.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Look at the time. Must go. Some friends are waiting for me. Bye, Sandra.
Bye.
Okay, so Isabel, what about this sentence right here? Ben plays football?
False.
False, right? Were you able to catch the sport that he plays?
Tennis and other sport, but I don't remember.
You mentioned rugby, right? That is like American football, the one with that like really weird shaped ball that they are gonna be like really rude about it. So rugby, that is the sport that Ben plays. Great job. Thank you very much. Now, so with that, we are gonna be done with unit number 1, right? So we are going to, give me a second. Okay. Okay, so this is what we are going to do right now, okay? We are going to do an activity, okay? So pay attention. I'm gonna tell you what's the activity about. Okay, so right here, I write it. So this is crystal clear. You can screenshot it, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create rooms in Zoom, right? I'm gonna send you away to private rooms, right? And you are gonna be in those rooms for 10 minutes. That's it, okay? And I'm gonna send you in pairs. 2 people are gonna be in that room, okay? And I'm gonna assign you randomly. So what you will have to do is that you will have to ask questions to your classmates. So the questions that you will have to ask your classmate is, you are gonna ask his or her first name, his or her surname or last name. Surname is the way that the British people say it. Last name is American English, but both of them are valid. You also will ask your classmate his or her address, also his or her phone number, and finally the email. So once that you have exchanged information, I'm gonna take you to the main room, to this room where we are right now, to the main room, right? The principal room. And then you are gonna tell me this information about your classmate. Okay, so for example, let's see. Let's say that randomly I choose that Juan Cedeño and Camila Santa Cruz are gonna be in that private room in Zoom, right? So Juan, it's gonna tell, okay, please tell me your first name and last name. Camila is gonna go, my first name is Camila Santa Cruz. My address is Ciudad Celeste, Tapa Zafiro, Villa 31, okay? My mobile number or my cell phone number is blah, 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 and my email number is blah, blah, blah. My email address is blah, 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 okay? So Juan, it's gonna write down all of Camila's information. Then Camila is gonna say, okay, it's my turn, so go ahead. I'm gonna ask the question, so please tell me your first name and last name. And Juan, it's gonna start, okay, Camila, I am Juan Cedeño. My address is La Alborada, la, 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 la. My cell phone number is blah, blah, blah. And my email number is blah, blah, blah. Okay, you're gonna have 10 minutes for that. That is a lot. 10 minutes is a lot. But I know that you are gonna be able to do it in that time, okay? Once that you are done with the information, you have exchanged the information, I'm gonna take you to this room where we are right now, with all of the 30-something students are, and then you are gonna tell me not your information, not your own information, but the information of your classmates. So you're gonna go, okay, I'm gonna go, okay, Juan, it's your turn. So who is the classmate that you are gonna tell me the information about? And Juan is going, okay, miss, it's Camila's. So she is Camila Santa Cruz. Her address, it's blah, blah, blah. Her mobile number, it's blah, blah, blah. And her email address is blah, blah, blah. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna check that, Diana. Okay, so right now, let me stop sharing my screen. I will send these instructions right here in the chat so you can have it as well. There you go. And now I'm gonna start sharing my screen so I can do the groups. Let me check. Okay, so in room number 1, it's gonna be Diana and Kevin Cruz. Room 2, Cristel Díaz, Sandra Santín. Room 3, Juan Cedeño, Paulette Castillo. Room 4, Daniela Vélez, María Parra Flores. Room 5, Cristel Saldarriaga and Elizabeth Ramírez. Room 6, Franks Almache and Jorge Isaac Yar. Room number 7, Justin Zamora and Mónica Añasco. Room number 8, Yael Vera and Melanie Guarco. Room number 9, Byron Reyes and Kevin Solís. Room number 10, Isabel Almeida and Ricardo Sobrevilla. Room 11, Kenia Miño and María Llagos. Room 12, Jorge Núñez, Scarlett Takuri. Room 13, Analia Avilés, Camila Santa Cruz. Room 14, Álvaro Lara, Helen Romo. Room 15, Kevin Sánchez and Omar Tomalá. And in room 60, 60, it's gonna be Dayana, Janela, and Nancy. This is the only one that will have 3 members. So you can alternate like who is gonna receive the information of each other, okay? It doesn't matter, okay? So right now it's 11:02. I'm gonna take you to the main session in 10 minutes, okay? So please go to work, do the activity that I'm telling you, okay? Because once again, this is gonna be part of the grading category of projects, right? Remember that we have the grading category projects. This is gonna be part of those 20 points, okay? So I see you in a while. If you have any questions, I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna be in WhatsApp. Just text me, okay? 10 minutes.
Teacher,
Kevin,
hi, the room number 9, please repeat.
Byron Reyes.
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna move you over there.
Thanks.
Okay. Juan, I don't know. I think that Paulette is having some issues with her internet connection. So I'm gonna assign you to a different room, okay? I'm gonna assign you to some other room, okay? Give me a second. So I add.
Teacher,
I
one
said-
moment, porfa.
No. I wanna tell you something. I add Juan to your room because her classmate, I don't know, she was having issues with the internet connection. So you are gonna have to also ask questions to Juan, okay? So probably Juan can ask Sandra, Sandra can ask Cristel, and Cristel can ask Juan, okay? But it's not that you have to do 2 profiles, 2 information, no, only one, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So as I told you, there was only 10 minutes. The rest of your classmates are joining the main session. So let's just give them a couple of seconds so they can be right here. Kevin Cruz, I haven't noticed that you have your scrubs on, right? You look nice. You look almost like you are a professional already. So that is a great.
Que me muero del sueño ahorita.
I cannot notice. It doesn't look like that, but you look good. Okay, remember, you have to be.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this is a coincidence. On room number 1 was Gianna Sanchez and Kevin Cruz. So Gianna, can you please tell me Kevin's information?
Yes, first name, Kevin. Last name, Cruz. Address, Ciudadela, 9 de octubre, 3rd Avenue. Calle Quinta, me olvidé cómo se dice en inglés.
Yeah, we could say like 5th Street.
5th Street, okay. Yeah. His mobile number is 0999 043 82 50.
Okay.
And his email is kevin1627@hotmail.com.
Amazing. Great job, Diana. Thank you very much. Great pronunciation. So, guys, I'm sorry, somebody was speaking. Whenever you do this kind of oral presentations, I base my grading not in if I like you or if I don't like you, right? I have a rubric, okay? I'm gonna tell you what the rubric is. Give me a second. Let me share my screen so you can know what I'm referring to, okay? So this is a rubric. Give me a second. This is a rubric. This is the oral rubric that I base the grade that I'm giving you, right? So right here, you have the areas that I'm going to evaluate. And right here, you have the points. Please, somebody has his mic on, please. Mute it because I can hear some noise and probably that is been distracting for the rest of your classmates. I think that was Ricardo. Okay, so this is the same rubric that I'm going to use when you have to develop your oral quiz, right? But this is the oral rubric that I'm using right now as well. So Gianna did it amazing. She got all the max, the top of the points. So you have 10 on your presentation right now, okay? I don't have any suggestion to your presentation. So thank you very much, Gianna. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen once again. So Kevin, let's go with you.
Okay, first name, Diana. Surname, Sanchez. Address, Puerto Azul, Manzana de 4, Villa 24. No sé si se dice en español igual o...
I mean...
La parte de Puerto Azul,
yeah.
Manzana
Yeah, I don't think that it's convenient to say like blue port. No, I don't think.
Blue
You
port.
can go, yes, no. I don't think that that's convenient. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. And mobile 098-171-0844. Email dianasanchez@hotmail.com.
Okay, finally you can spell, Kevin. Finally, great job. Thank you very much, Kevin. So same thing for you. You have 10, okay? Great job. Now, let's go with the next group. We have room number 2. So in this case is Cristel, Sandra, and Juan. So whoever wanna go first, just go.
And I talk first.
Yes, go ahead, Juan.
I made about my classmate Sandra Santin. First name Sandra, last name Santin. She lives in Tabacundo, Pichincha. Address is Vicente Estrella and Rocafuerte Street. Mobile number is 0983888651, and her email is 28m1975@gmail.com.
Correct. I mean, you did it amazing. My only suggestion is that you say 888. You could go and you could say 888 if you want to sound better. Okay, but besides that, great job. You also have 10. Amazing job, Juan. Thank you very much. Now, let's go with Cristel.
Okay, I have talked about but Juan. The first name and surname is Juan Cedeño. They are address Mucholote, Manzana, en español.
Yeah, go ahead.
2306 Villa 20. Mobile number is 0960800418. That email is Juan Diego @gmail.com.
Okay, so Cristel, just remember this, and this is a common mistake. Remember, and this is quite difficult. Somebody has his mic on, please turn on your mic, guys, because that is distracting, okay? So as I was saying, Cristel, remember, it's address, right? The stress goes in the second syllable, no address, but address, okay? Remember, Andres, that is the reference that I have, okay? So besides that, great job, Cristel, thank you very much. Great pronunciation, you have 10 as well. Let's go with Sandra.
Her first name is Cristel and her last name is Diaz. Her address is Guasmo Norte, 8 of March, Cooperative. Her mobile number is 09889-749. Mi perrito.
Okay, and what about her email address?
Email address is Cristel Mabel Diaz Castro @gmail.com.
Gmail.com. Okay, amazing. Thank you very much, Sandra. You also have 10. Great job. So let's continue with group number. I don't think that we have group 3. No. Room number 4, Daniela and Maria Parra. Daniela, let's hear it.
First name is Maria. The last name is Parra. Your address is kilometer 14.5. No sé si está bien dicho. Via La Costa. Your phone number is 098 12 90 532-8. And your email is mariaparra.f@gmail.hotmail.com.
Okay. So my suggestions right here, Daniela, it's that since you're talking about Maria's information, right? You have to use the possessive pronoun her email address, her cell phone number, right? Because you're referring to her information. So if you're saying your email address, you're referring to my email address, okay? So the slightly change that you have to do is not, let me show you, because I want to be clear with this, okay? So you don't say your email address, because if you say you're referring to Miss Andrea information, right? But you are referring in this case to Maria's information. So to talk about Maria's, you say her email address, her cell phone number, her name, okay? So you have 9.5 only for that, but I know that right now you're gonna get better, okay? Thank you very much, Daniela. Now, Maria, please go ahead.
Yeah. The first name of my partner is Daniela. Her last name is Vélez. Her address is Los Ríos 1916. Her mobile number is 099-8332-162. Her email is Daniela Vélez 1305@gmail.com.
Correct. Great job. Thank you very much. You go by Maria or Maria de Los Ángeles?
Maria.
Maria, it's okay? Okay. So great job, Maria. You have 10. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, let's continue with Cristel Saldarriaga and Elizabeth Ramirez. So, Cristel, let's hear it. Cristel, I'm not hearing you correctly. Can you check your microphone, please?
Okay.
No, I mean, before I was hearing you correctly, but right now I'm hearing you really low.
Okay.
Okay, over there. Now I can hear you.
Okay. Her first name is
No.
her address is her mobile number is 0969-84-24-02, and her email is69944@gmail.com.
Okay. So I don't know, probably you can check your microphone or something with your device, because I know that you have a great pronunciation, right? But I was not able to hear you properly, okay? So just try to check that for the next time, okay? Cristel, thank you very much. You have 10 because I was able to hear your pronunciation, but just check that in case, okay? Now, let's see, we have Elizabeth, your turn.
Okay. First name is Cristel Camila. Their last name Saldarriaga Barresueta. Others Guayaquil Acacias 1 Villa 1. Their phone number is 09833 727163. His email is salariaga@gmail.com.
Okay, so let me tell you something, okay? Let me go right here because I have to add some. Oh, no, this is not the one that I was. Give me a second. Let me share my screen, okay? We are going to see this later, but I know that probably you were supposed to cover this kind of topics before. But there is something that we know as possessive pronouns, right? So you know that subject pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, they, and we, right? Those are the subject pronouns. I play soccer, you are happy, okay? That whenever we talk about somebody else belonging, somebody else information, in that case, we are gonna need the possessive pronouns, okay? And the possessive pronouns is basically to say that something belongs to somebody, okay? So for example, in the case of I, the possessive pronoun is going to be mine. In the case of you, it's gonna be your. In the case of he, it's gonna be his. In the case of she, it's gonna be her. In the case of it, it's going to be its. In the case of they, it's gonna be their. And in the case of we, it's gonna be our, okay? So this means that, right, that if I'm talking about this pen, this is my pen, right? This is my pen, this is Andrea's pen, okay. But let's say that this pen belongs to Elizabeth, right? This belongs to Elizabeth. Elizabeth gave me this pen because I need it, but this pen, it's Elizabeth's. So to refer that something belongs to Elizabeth, I will say her pen, right? Because I'm referring that this pen belongs to Elizabeth. But let's say that this pen is not Elizabeth, but this pen is Kevin, okay? So because this pen belongs to Kevin, I will say his pen, right? So that is why we use these possessive pronouns. So if I'm talking somebody else information, if I'm talking about somebody else email address, I will say, let's say his email address, su dirección de correo electrónico, la de él, not mine, okay? Her cell phone number, su número de teléfono, el número de teléfono de ella, okay? So we are going to refresh this content later on our classes, but right now this was only a quick reminder because I have noticed that some of you were kind of confusing into this, okay? So I know that at the very, let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so right now we were having the participation of Elizabeth, okay? That was the only things that I have to mention, Elizabeth, okay? And also remember the pronunciation is name or last name or surname, okay? Besides that, really good job. Let me get you great. You are Elizabeth Ramirez. Let me show. Okay, so you have 9, Elizabeth, okay? Now, let's continue with the next room. So, Frank, were you with somebody or were you all alone?
With somebody with wait, I forgot the name. Jorge Jara.
Jorge Jara, okay. So Frank, you're gonna tell me about Jorge and then Jorge is gonna tell me about you. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay. His first name is Jorge. His last name is Jara. He lives in Ordesa. His phone number is 9429. And his email address is jorge.isahara22@gmail.com.
Okay, thank you very much, Franks. Great pronunciation. My only thing that probably to get better is try to speak slower, to enunciate, so in that, in that way, you are gonna have a better understanding, a better pronunciation, okay? This is something that us Guayaquileños do, right? Because Guayaquileños, if I have any Guayaquileños right here, you know that we rap, right? We're like Eminem, yes, correct. But we have to let the Guayaquileño out and try to speak it slower, okay? That is the only solution.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you very much. No, that's okay. Sometimes I'm also like that. I have to control myself, okay? But that is okay? So thank you very much, Franks. Now let's go with Jorge.
Hi, teacher.
Okay,
my partner's name is Franks Almache. He lives in Ceibos. His phone number is 09697559999, and his email address is frankalmach@gmail.com.
Correct. Remember, it's no address, it's address, okay? That is it. But besides that, great pronunciation. You have 10. Thank you very much.
Address. Okay.
Yes, address. Okay. So let's continue with the next group. It's Justin Zamora and Monica Añasco. So Justin, let's hear it.
Hello. My first name Justin, and surname
Justin, you are supposed to talk about your classmates' information, not about yourself. So you're supposed to talk about Monica, and Monica is supposed to talk about you.
Okay. Yeah. Hello. First name is Monica. Last name Añasco. Address Ferroviaria Machala. Is your phone 09394165336 and email Monica Añasco @outlook.com.
Okay, Justin. Just remember the thing that I mentioned just a minute ago. If you're talking about Monica's information, right? That is Monica's, not yours. You will have to say her email address, her cell phone number, right? Because belongs to her. It doesn't belong to you, okay? Okay, and also, if you have an email and you want to say .com, it's not .com, it's .com, okay? D-O-T, .com, okay? Keep that in mind. Okay, so you have 8.5. Thank you very much, Justin. Now, let's hear it, Monica.
Hello. My partner first name is Justin. His last name is Zamora. His address is in Guayaquil, Urbanización El Delfín, Manzana 8, Villa 8. His mobile is 09900848441, and email is JGCP Arquitectura 1996@gmail.com.
That is a hard email address. So great job, Monica. Thank you very much. You have 10. So let's continue with room 8. Yael, Vera, and Melanie Huarcos. So Yael, let's hear it.
Lo que dice ella.
Well, my classmate is Yael Vera. Her address is Organization La Jolla, Agua Marina Stage. Her mobile number is 09600966971. And her email is yaelbetsabeth-16
Okay, so you said a stage because you Google how to say etapa, right?
Yes, I don't know how to say etapa in English.
Yeah, that's kind of tricky because in Spanish we have some terms that usually they are not the same in English, right? But we can say sometimes they use some things as blog, or you can also say building, right? But the stage goes for example, whenever I say, okay, this is a stage 1 where you are gonna do this first step. So it's not that, no es lo mismo esa etapa que el stage de acá. Okay?
Sí, porque busqué y no encontré, entonces.
Yeah. Spanish is a unique language, so that is why you won't have many of the same expressions, okay? But besides that, I only want to mention that because I always mention this thing that happened to me like 2 or 3 years ago. I have to tell you this. Whenever you write, because at some point you will have to do, activities related to your writing skills. I know that some of you probably are going to use the translator, right? Google Translator. And probably some of you already heard this story that I'm about to tell you. But I remember that to a group of students, I asked them to talk about some sightseeing monument, right? Like Malecón 2000, something like that, right? So I remember that a student of mine, she was writing about some of these monuments on Quito. So she was saying, I'm going to talk about the Virgin of the Muffin. So I was like, what? What is the Virgin of the Muffin? So I had a hard time to figure it out, but it was La Virgen del Panecillo. So she translated the whole thing, right? So that is why she had Virgin of the Muffin. So don't trust the translator, because the translator is going to translate like exactly what you are typing, but that doesn't mean necessarily that is correct, okay? That is the only thing. But besides that, great job, Melanie. You have 10, great pronunciation. So, Yael, what about you? Let's hear it.
Her name, Melanie. Her surname, Huarcos. La urbanización, Castillo. Mobile number 09983211312. Email, melanie-huarco@hotmail.com.
Okay, nice. Great job, Yael. I know that probably for you, this is like a challenge, right? But you are doing it okay. Like you are pronouncing the words and the numbers properly. So great job. You have 10, okay? Thank you. Now, let's see the next room. Room number 9, Byron Reyes and Kevin Solis. So let's hear it, Byron.
Hola.
Hi, Byron.
Hi, good morning. Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, my friends
first name is Kevin, and his last name is Solis. Kevin address is Santa Elena Libertad. His mobile number is 0982313.
Escucha.
Hey, Jorge.
Uh,
I'm gonna remove you from the Zoom room. And I'm gonna talk to you later, okay? Because right now you're cursing and this is not allowed in my classroom, okay?
His mail Kevin Solis at gmail.com.
Okay, thank you very much, Byron. So, Kevin, I heard that you live in La Libertad, Salinas? Yes, I'm right now. I'm in Salinas right now, so probably we're neighbors, but I don't live here. I'm just like taking a few days off. Okay, so Byron, thank you very much. You have 10. Let's continue with Kevin.
Hi. Hi, class. Hi, teacher. Of course. Please wait. Listo. His first name of my friend is Byron, and the last name is Reyes. His address is Guayaquil, Florida Norte. Una consulta. Dijo que ya no tendríamos que decir el número celular, ¿verdad? ¿O sí?
No, yes. You have to tell the number, yes.
Okay. The mobile number is 099011542 his email is Brian Reyes at gmail.com, of course.
Okay, great job, Kevin. Thank you very much for your participation. You have 10 as well, okay? Let me go with the next one. Room number 10, Isabel Almeida y Ricardo Sobrevilla. So let's hear it, Isabel.
Okay. I'm going to present my classmate. His first name is Ricardo. His last name Sobrevilla. His address, Samana Street. His email is ramsricardo@outlook.es. And his mobile number 096 83 44 42.
Okay, thank you very much. Great pronunciation. And I'm also gonna tell you the same recommendation as your classmate. Slow down, okay? Slow down, because that is something that this is a really common thing in Guayaquileños. But besides that, amazing job, Isabel. Thank you very much. You have 10. And let's hear your classmate let's hear your classmate presentation. Ricardo, go ahead.
I'm going to present my parents. Her first name is Isabella. Her last name is Almeida. She lives in Bosqueto. Her email is so1only42@gmail.com. And her cell phone number is 093-465-4489.
Okay, amazing job, Ricardo. Thank you very much. Great pronunciation, great speed. So you have 10. Amazing. Let's see, that was Sobrevilla. Now, room 11, Kenya Mino. It's Mino or Mino?
Niño, teacher.
All right, okay. Yeah, because right here I saw Mino, so I was like, what? Okay, so Kenya and Maria. Kenya, let's hear it.
Hello, everybody. Her first name is Alexandra. Her last name is Llagos. She lives in Guayaquil. Her address is Guasmosur. Her email address is maria.llagos@gmail.com. Her cell phone number is 098821225 6.
Okay.
Thank you.
remember, in this case, Kenya, it's saying 0 instead of O. Both of them are valid. Okay, remember that. So great job, Kenya. You have 10. Great job. Now let's hear it, Maria.
Her name is Kenia Miño, Anders Latacunga, Quito, and Rumichaco. Their phone number is 099871774. His email is keniamino@gmail.com.
Okay, Maria, remember that I already tell you about this. If you're talking about Kenya's information, you have to use the possessive pronoun, right? So the possessive pronouns to referring to a woman, to a girl, to Kenya, it's her email address, her first name, her last name, okay? Also, remember that we don't say arroba in English. That is in Spanish. In English, we said at, okay? At. That is the suggestions that I have. So thank you very much, Maria Llagos. You have 8.5. Let's continue with room 12. George Núñez and Scarlett Takuri.
¿Empiezo yo?
I mean, that is up to you. If you want to go first, go ahead.
Bueno. His first name is George, and his last name is Núñez, and his address is October 9, and his email address is george.nuñez2003@gmail.com, and his cell phone number is 0939 6538.
Okay, great job, Scarlett. Thank you very much. You have 10. And let's hear it, George.
Okay. The first name, Scarlett. The last name, Takuri. Email, Scarlett Takuri 16 at gmail.com.
That, no, you're saying that.com. It's like you're saying that. So it's only that.com, ¿ok? Porque estás diciendo that.com, entonces ya el dot es el punto, ¿entiendes? Entonces that.com, ¿ok?
Sí, es verdad, me equivoqué.
Ok, go ahead.
Mobile number 0967253752. Dirección Ordenor 2.
Okay, address. Okay, address. So remember the possessive pronouns. Okay, her email address, and always referring to somebody else belonging or information, you have to use possessive pronouns. Thank you, George. You have 9.5. Let's continue with room 13, Analia and Camila. So let's hear it, Analia.
Okay. My partner's first name is Camila. Her last name is Santa Cruz. Her address is Ciudadela y Etel, Block 23 and Lot 1. Her mobile number is 09846033667. And her email is camila.asf02@gmail.com.
Hey, great pronunciation and great speed, right? That is a good example of how to go slowly. So great job, Analia. You have 10. Let's go with Camila Santa Cruz.
Yes. Her first name is Judith. Her last name is Aviles. And her address is Florida Norte. Manzana 601, Villa 24. And her phone number is 09399, 0939915818121. And her Gmail is j.analiaviles.gmail.com.
Okay, so when you're referring to the email address, remember that it's email address, no Gmail address, right? But whenever you're saying Gmail address, you're referring only to Gmail. But if you want to talk like generally talking, like widely talking, you say her email address is, and then you tell the address, okay? So great job. That was Camila Santa Cruz, right? So you have 10. Now, 14, room 14, Álvaro Lara and Helen Romo. Let's hear it, Álvaro.
Okay. Her first name, Helen. Her last name, Romo. Her address, Ciudadela 9 de Octubre, Manzana 1, Villa 8. Her mobile number, 09861853988. Email, her email address, romohelen24@gmail.com.
Okay, amazing job. Great pronunciation, Álvaro. You have 10. Now let's hear it, Helen.
Hi. Okay. His first name is Álvaro. His last name is Lara. His address is Avenida 5 de Julio y General Carlos Concha Torres. His mobile number is 09799162254. His email is alvaroandres@hotmail.com, alvaroandres@hotmail.com. Thank you.
Amazing. Great job, Helen. You have 10 as well. So let's continue with Kevin Sanchez and Omar Tomala. Let's hear it, Kevin.
Okay, his first name is Omar. His last name is Tomala. His address is Alborada, Sexta Etapa. His mobile number is 09695611561, and his email is omartomala2114@gmail.com.
Great pronunciation. Amazing, Kevin. You have 10. Now let's hear it, Omar.
Okay. His first name is Kevin. His last name is Sanchez. His address is Matices Verde Esmeralda. His mobile number is 09957588618. His email is kevjimenez7@gmail.com.
Amazing. Great job, Omar. Great pronunciation. You have also 10. And finally, room 16, Dayana, Janela, and Nancy. So let's hear it. Dayana, please, go ahead.
Her name is Nancy. Her last name is Cruz. Her address is España, Mallorca. Her number is 099552109. Here, her email is nice2@yahoo.com.
Amazing. Great thing, Dayana. You have 10. I mean, I think that you're having some issues in the audio, but I was able to hear you properly. Great job. You have 10. Let's continue with Janela Acosta.
Okay. Her last name is, no, her
first name is Diana. Her last name is Moreno. Her address is Urbanización Estrella del Mar. Her cell phone number is 09899533170. Her email address is Diana Lisbeth Moreno Amores at gmail.com.
Okay, thank you very much, Janela. Great job. You also have 10. And finally, let's go with Nancy.
Okay. Her first name is Yanela. Her last name is Acosta. Her address is Urbanización Marina del Park. Her mobile number is 09913133607. Her email address is yanelaacosta21@gmail.com.
Great pronunciation. No suggestion. You did it amazing. Great job, Nancy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So we are done with this activity. Okay. And I know that I haven't gave you any break, but we are going to continue until 12:30, and then you're going to be free to go. Okay. So we're going to finish early with the class. Now, this activity, don't see it as I'm right here to make you feel less or make you feel like you are doing something wrong. See this as I'm giving you my feedback, okay? Consider this a feedback so you can improve your speaking skills, okay? See it like this. Once again, this is a safe space. That is why I took that classmate that said curse word, right? Once again, that is not allowed right here. So please be aware of your microphones. That is the only thing that I have to mention, okay? Now, let's continue with the next unit that we have in our book. I'm gonna tell you more about this. Let me start sharing my screen. The next unit that we are supposed to cover is this one right here. Unit B, Charlotte Choice, a student book, right? 1B. We already covered 1A. So if I go to the ebook, that remember, this is no mandatory to download it, but if you want to, you can go to the internet and download it for free. We have that right here. Our 3 sections are into the grammar section. There's something wrong with this. Present simple. Then we have into the vocabulary section, describing people. We're going to talk about appearance and personality. And into the pronunciation section, we are going to know how to properly pronounce word endings in S and in ES, okay? So, if we go to the very first activity, we are going to listen a description of a man. This man is going to describe his girlfriend. Look, right here we have his girlfriend. We are referring to the girlfriend of this man, right? So let's see this first activity, 1A. Once again, you have 2 attempts allowed and 25 minutes. I'm gonna go once again with this. Please, guys, don't move if I'm not telling you to move. Don't do the activities if I'm not telling you to do the activities, okay? Now, right here you have this short audio, and you are gonna find a man describing a woman, his girlfriend. You will have to decide which one is the description that fits better, right? Because right here you have 3 options. So try to listen and decide which one is the woman or the girl that the guy is describing. Let's hear it, okay? And if somebody wants to share his or your answer, please raise your hand.
1.9. Tell me about Molly. What does she look like?
She's quite tall and she has short dark hair. It's very curly. And she has brown eyes and a beautiful smile.
Aww. And what's she like?
She's really nice, very friendly and extrovert. She's got lots of friends. I'm sure you're going to like her.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with you guys. Just give me a minute. George Nunez. So according to you, what's the correct answer? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Not George Nunez? Okay, so George not here. Well, yes, George not here apparently. Okay, so I do have some hands. Let me go with the first one. So Melanie Guarco, Melanie, according to you, what's the right answer?
The first one.
The first one, right? Because why do you think it's the first one?
Because he say that she has a short hair with it and it's curly, and yeah, I think and a beautiful smile.
Yes, correct. At the very beginning, he said she's tall, but how do I know that who is tall right here, right? But after that, he continued describing, so it's number 1. Okay, great job. Thank you very much, Melanie. Now, let's go with the next activity, guys. Okay, this is also related with appearance, but this one right here, it's related to vocabulary. Okay, so you're gonna see some pictures, and your task right here is to try to match the pictures with the descriptions. Once again, 2 attempts, but in this case you have 20 minutes. So let's see it. Look. So right here you have descriptions, right? And right here you have the pictures. So your task is to relate each of the description with one possible picture right here. Okay? So let's take 3 minutes to do this. And if you want to participate, please feel free to raise your hand. Okay, so I already have some volunteers, so let's start developing the activity. So let's start with Jael Vera. So Jael, which one is number 1? This one right here.
Number 2.
No. I'm asking you about this one. Look, which one is number 1? What is the description of picture number 1?
She has big blue eyes.
Correct. She has big blue eyes. This is similar to a meme, right? Es como un meme que dice, identifique la diferencia entre las dos imágenes de los libros de inglés y no se ve mucho, porque no se ve tanto los ojos azules de la chica. But that is the correct answer anyway, right? So great job, Jael. Now, Daniela Vélez, what about the second picture? What is the best description for this?
She has curly red hair.
Correct. So it's the first, right? She has curly red hair. Amazing. Great job. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Now let's continue with Maria Jagos. Number 3. What's the best description? Maria Jagos.
She has long, straight hair.
She has long, straight hair. Correct. This one right here. Long, straight hair. Great job, Maria. Thank you. Cristel Saldarriaga. Let's go with number 4. What's the best description for this guy right here?
Sí, he's bald.
Correct. He's bald, right? No hair in this head. Bald.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Let's continue with Juan Cedeño. What about picture number 5?
He has a beard and a mustache.
Correct. Once again, it's kind of difficult to see the beard and the beard and the mustache, but it's right there, believe me. So thank you very much. Now, Gianna Sanchez, what about the next picture right here? 6.
She has dark wavy hair.
Correct. She has dark wavy hair. Amazing. Great job, Gianna. Let me okay, there we go. Now, number 7, Nancy Cruz.
He's very tall and thin.
He's very tall and thin. Correct. Great job, Nancy. I'm sorry that I skipped Cristel. Now, Cristel, it's your turn.
The 8.
Yes, number 8, please.
He's medium height and quite slim.
Correct. He's medium high and quite slim. And we have the last one. I'm going to ask Scarlett. So number 9, can you please tell me which one is it?
He is short and a bit overweight.
Correct. He's quite short and a bit overweight. Amazing. Great job, guys. So let's move on into the next activity. And this next activity, it's related also with personality in this case, right? But right here, we are gonna focus on adjective and its opposite, right? This opposite are, if I'm telling you, for example, friend, unfriendly, right? Friendly and unfriendly, that is the opposite, right? So right here, we're gonna find some content similar to that. Let's check it. This is not the one, I'm sorry. This is the one. So right here, you have some adjective, right? And right here, you have another group of adjective that those are the opposites. So, for example, right here you have the definition, a person who is open and warm. So you have to check which one of these purple words fits right here. And after that, you have to check which one of these blue words fits better with this adjective right here. This has to be the opposite one. For example, I'm gonna help you with the first one, okay? So, I don't know if somebody wanna go with the answer, but a person who is open and warm. Which one do you think it is of the purple ones?
Friendly.
Friendly, correct. Friendly. And right here, you have to match with the opposite. Which one will be?
Unfriendly.
Correct. So there you have the adjective and the opposite one. So take 3 minutes, and whenever you're ready, raise your hand so you can tell me your possible answers. Okay, so right now I only have one hand, but anyway, let's start. So, Gianna, can you please read the definition and then you tell me the adjective, and after that you tell me the opposite?
Person who talks a lot is talkative, and the opposite is quiet.
Correct. Talkative and quiet. Okay. Okay, now, do I have any volunteer for the number? Yes, this is the third one. So I do have Melanie Huarco, same thing. Read the definition, the adjective, and the opposite.
Well, a person who likes giving people things is generous, and the upside, I think, is mean.
Which one, I'm sorry?
Mean. The
Mean,
upside.
yes, yes, correct. It's mean. Let me drag this thing right here. There we go. Great job. Thank you, Melanie. Cristel Diaz, number 4, please.
A person who is friendly and good to other people is kind and unkind.
Correct. Kind and unkind. This is what I told you yesterday, right? Kind can mean type of something, but also kind is an adjective. Kind and unkind. Then we have Yael Vera. Number 5, please.
Hardworking.
Yes, can you please read the definition?
A person who doesn't want to work is hardworking.
Okay, hardworking, if it will be if we have a person who wants to work, but right here we have the negative. So a person who doesn't want to work is, so it will be the opposite of hardworking. Which one do you think it is?
Lazy.
Correct, lazy. Lazy and well, in this case, we're hardworking. Great job, Jael. Juan Cedeño, next one, number 6, please. Definition, adjective, and opposite.
A person who makes people loud is funny, and the opposite is serious.
Serious, correct. A person who makes people laugh is funny, and the opposite serious. Great job, Juan. Let's continue with Maria Parra, number 7, please.
A person who is quick at learning and understanding things is clever, and the opposite, stupid.
Correct, clever and stupid. So right here, you have that it's a synonym of intelligent, right? So intelligent and clever, they are similar words. And we have the last one. Kenya, can you please read the definition with the adjective and the opposite?
Shy y opposite quiet.
Okay, can you please read the definition? And remember, quiet, it's already right here. We already have the 2 options. So please, Kenya, read the definition, okay?
A person who can talk easily to people she doesn't know is shy.
Yes.
Extrovert.
Correct. Great job. Thank you, Kenya. Okay, guys. So right now, please listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you, okay? Listen carefully. We are done with today's activities, okay? You don't have any homework on the platform. I'm gonna hide the activities so you don't get confused. Right here in the Moodle platform, you are not going to have to develop anything. In fact, I'm gonna hide the activities so you cannot see them and you cannot get confused, okay? I'm gonna hide this. Well, that is not necessary probably because we already done this. Give me a second. Okay, This is the one that I'm gonna hide, okay? So I'm gonna hide this so you don't get confused that you have to develop any of this, because there is no need for you to develop any of these activities. We are gonna continue working on this next class. Let me also hide this so there is no confusion and not mix up about this. Okay, but you have an activity to develop. You will have to develop an activity that it's gonna be part of your project grading category. Where you're gonna find this? Just right here, right? In your Moodle platform, just below the ADDIE Level 3R presentation, you are gonna see this PDF, Presentation Project 1 Instructions. So if you go right here, you're gonna see the instructions for this project, right? It's gonna be in pairs. You are gonna use the same pairs that you used today for the presentation about the information, right? So you are gonna keep those pairs. You already have the cell phone number of your classmate, so you can contact them, right? But you are gonna keep those pairs. In the case of the students that were in group of 3, you are gonna keep those groups as well, okay? Now, what you're gonna do right here in this presentation, you are gonna choose only one celebrity, right? Or famous people, influencer, artist, or any person you admire. Only one per pair, only one per group. No 2 celebrities, no 2 famous people, only one. Let's say that you choose Shakira, okay? So only one, not Shakira and Piqué, only one. Your classmate have to describe the celebrity you choose, right? And he's gonna have to prepare a presentation with visual aids, PowerPoint, Canvas, that is up to you, and use the vocabulary related to clothes, appearance, physical features, okay? So right here, you are gonna use present continuous, present tense, and past tense. For example, present continuous. Shakira is wearing a red dress, right? So you are gonna use these tenses right here. Okay, so the presentation length, it's gonna be between 4 to 5 minutes. 2 minutes for students. So if your group has 3 members, you are gonna have 6 minutes, right? Because it's gonna be 2 minutes per student. And this is gonna be delivered on the next class, Saturday, October 28th. And this activity will be considered in the project's rating category. Once again, I'm gonna use this oral rubric to do the presentation, to grade the presentation, okay? So once again, you will have to choose only one celebrity or person or any famous people, famous person, and you guys will have to describe those person right here, okay? Any question? If you have questions, please raise your hand so I can help you.
Teacher, los grupos usted nos va a hacer.
I'm sorry?
Los grupos los va a realizar usted o nosotros lo hacemos.
They are gonna be the same groups that you guys were today with the presentation of the information. So I think that you were with Juan Cedeño and somebody else, right? So they are gonna remain the same groups. So I'm gonna try to remind, let me check. These were the groups, okay? I think that some people have left. Kevin, who was your partner in this activity?
Who's Kevin?
Kevin Cruz.
Yes. Gina.
Who?
Yana Sanchez.
Yana. Okay, so
Sí,
yeah.
Diana.
Okay, so Kevin, you're gonna be with Diana. Cristel, Sandra, and Juan. Room 3, there is nobody. Room 6, I think that people probably has left the room, so that is why there are not. You know what? I'm gonna form you once again, because otherwise you are gonna be confused. Just give me a minute, okay? Okay. So I'm gonna send this through the WhatsApp group. I'm also gonna upload this in the Moodle platform so you can notice who is the person that you have to work with, okay? Now, listen to me, guys. Listen to me carefully. If somebody is not responding, if somebody is not working, feel free to leave that person out, okay? Let's say Andrea is working with Sophia, and I'm texting Sophia and she's not replying. Okay, so that is up to her. You guys tell me, Miss, I'm trying to reach in Sophia and she is not asking, she's not replying back. So in that case, you will do it by yourself, okay? So this is a pair group, 2 people, not only 1. So that is 12, and then, okay, so I'm gonna send this right now into this group, and also I'm gonna send this through the WhatsApp group. There you go.
Miss, una pregunta.
Yes, Isabel.
O sea, el deber que nos está dando, en la próxima clase tenemos que presentarlo nosotros por este medio o hay que mandárselo en alguna plataforma.
No. It's only presentation. You don't need to upload any documentation, any file.
Okay, thanks.
You are welcome. Okay, I do have...
Directamente lo presento.
Okay, give me a second. I think that I have... Nancy, your hand was... I think that you raised your hand, right?
Sí, le quería preguntar solamente sobre clothes y apariencia, o sea, solo la parte física.
Yes, I mean, if you want to, you can say she is 35 years old as well, right? But don't go, her mother's name is Susana, her father was an architect. No, you have to focus mostly into this. But if you want to mention her profession, something like that, you can, okay? Doesn't matter.
Sí, porque yo decía 2 minutos solo la apariencia como que muy poquito.
Yeah,
solo dos temas. Ajá.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Mónica.
Como es en grupo, los dos dicen lo mismo. O se averigua cada integrante dice diferentes cosas.
Yes, you only choose one person, right? And you can divide the things that you're saying. For example, you say, okay, Monica, you are going to talk about like her physical appearance, and you are going to talk about her personality, right? So because of that, yeah?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you know what, guys? I'm gonna change this 2 minutes for 1 minute and 30 seconds, okay? I'm gonna modify this PDF. I'm gonna modify this PDF and I'm gonna say that the student only have to talk about between 1 minute and 1 minute and a half, okay? Not 2 minutes anymore. So we are gonna have less time because it's true what Nancy is saying. 2 minutes, it's a lot, okay? And also I'm gonna include in this presentation the groups. So if you want to double check your partner, your classmate, you can check it right here, okay? I'm gonna change this presentation in a couple of hours because right now I have to head back to Guayaquil, okay? So I'm gonna do this late. So any other question? Okay, I do have, Jael, your hand is, you want to say?
Miss, yes, I have a question, the other activity.
Okay.
La actividad donde dice adjetivos con las definiciones me sale bloqueada, Miss.
Yes, I already hide everything because I don't want that you guys get confused like you did yesterday. So that's why you are not seeing any activity right now. Because we already work in that activity during class. So right now you don't have to do anything right here. We are gonna continue on the content of the book next Saturday. Right now you don't have to touch or to do anything right here. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Miss, yo
Yes.
tengo una pregunta. Lo que pasa es que en la actividad que estábamos haciendo antes, lo de hablar acerca de las otras personas, yo tenía un grupo asignado con Juan Cedeño y la otra chica que no me acuerdo cómo se llama. Pero la cosa está en que en las imágenes que usted acaba de pasar al grupo, sale que yo estoy en la sala 10 con Kevin Cruz.
Yes.
Ajá, cambié los grupos. Eso iba a preguntar yo
Ajá.
también.
Yes,
Entonces,
I changed it because some of you, I think that because you left the Zoom session, you were not in the original room anymore. So that's why I say, okay, I'm gonna redo the groups. And that's why right now you see different groups, okay? So the groups that I'm sending right here through the WhatsApp group are the groups that you should work with, okay? The pair, because you're gonna see 2 people in the group, okay? Is that clear?
gracias.
Okay. Okay, any other thing that you wanna mention, guys?
Nope.
Okay, so if you have any questions right now, as I'm telling you, I'm going to drive back to Guayaquil, right? So probably I won't be able to text you back in the next 2 hours, but whenever I arrive to Guayaquil, if you have any questions about this or any other topic, I'm gonna be glad to text you back, okay? So have an amazing Sunday, guys. Thank you very much for being really dynamic. So keep going in this way. I believe me that you are gonna get better in your English skills. So thank you, and I see you next weekend. Bye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, tell me.